guys, and welcome back to Art Fjorder. Yeah, we're back on Fjorder with some new videos. Yes, that's right. Today we're fighting Beyla with, as you can see in front of me, these lovely Deinonychuses, but they're pretty nice. But the main star of the show is actually going to be Chubby Thunder, if you remember him from my YouTube short. Yes, there he is. And yes, this is a voiceover, since in case you didn't know, PS5 and PS4, they have an option to remove your voice from the clips, and I accidentally had that on while doing this boss fight, and I can't really do it again. It won't be the same, but yeah, we're just gonna go through and I'll voice over what happened. We have, I think in total, I'm doing some math real quick, 8 tames going into this fight, 2 Rexes that were breeder Rexes. They weren't really leveled at all. They were expected to die. And these Deinonychuses only had 1,000. I was hoping they'd do some bleed damage. They were expected to die. And the Andrewsarchus was also kind of expected to die. They're all kind of there because I'm not that mad if they die. And I kind of just want to, have some help for Chubby Thunder so he's not taking all the damage. Now, as you can see, I put down some sleeping bags, and if you're at all wondering the stats of the creatures, just go ahead, go back to the video, and you can pause. I showed the stats of all of the different creatures for a little while. And here we go, we're just going to start the battle. So Beyla gets summoned. I hop on Chubby Thunder because he's the mount that will be hopefully taking out Beyla. Beyla spawns actually in front. I was looking for her for a second, and she's actually quite smaller than I thought. I let everyone on neutral, they start attacking, and it's going pretty well. They're doing some decent damage, as you can see. And then further on into the clip, we'll keep going, but soon I realized the Deinonychuses are definitely going to die. Same for the Andrewsarchuses. I wouldn't be surprised if either of them died. They got 4k health, 1k health, and this guy is doing 200 damage. I mean, that's pretty crazy in my opinion for a mini-boss, but I don't know what I expected, to be honest. It is a boss in the name, so I mean, I'm not freaking out because Chubby Thunder's not taking any damage, and the Deinonychuses do start dying, but I expected that all. That's kind of the point of bringing the Deinonychuses, kind of like a glass cannon. Hopefully bleed the boss out some, but they also die, which, I mean, it didn't really work in hindsight, but yeah. The Andrewsarchus goes down, all of the Deinonychuses are dead, and one of the breeder Rexes is getting extremely low. The one with the saddle is hanging in there with some pretty good HP, and it's at this point I realized, because this is my first time doing this, I didn't look anything up prior, because I kind of wanted just to be a surprise. Turns out this boss has a poison attack that can actually damage the rider. Luckily I have some cooked lamb chops on me, so I ate those to heal up, as you can see here in a second. But yeah, I realized that, as you can see in the bottom right, my health is actually going down, so that's pretty scary, to be honest. Next time, I believe if you wear a gas mask, it cures this. So the 42 health, basically that means he has 42 points in the health for YouTube. For the people who do not know, yes, that is a breeder Rex. He goes down, he or she, I cannot remember. But yeah, it's now just a Rex and Chubby Thunder. We're trying to get at it, but she keeps flying. Mainly because she's on the Rex's height, right? She's attacking the Rex is soaking up all the damage. So I think she's flying because the Rex can hit her, but Chubby Thunder can't. And eventually, I don't know what goes on with later in this clip, like, it's kind of weird, but the Rex actually kind of gets stuck, as you can see here. I'm going to drop all the loot. It's looking pretty good so far. Chubby Thunder is barely taking that much damage, but the Rex, they're over here chipping away at it. I mean, pretty decent damage. Chubby Thunder, my bear, actually does 1,200 damage, but it looks like the boss has some resistance. That is why he is only doing 900. He's been literally he's almost max level. I've killed so many alphas, I've done caves with him. Yeah, he's really high leveled. And if you watch my YouTube short on the channel, which should be going out the same day, a little bit before this video, Chubby Thunder, that's his backstory, and he will tell you that his final nemesis is actually the Queen Bee. So this is his final battle to see if he can take down his arch nemesis and fulfill his purpose. Now, the Rex actually gets stuck. I don't know what's going on here. The Rex is leading Beyla out of the cave. I kind of get scared because, like, I think that the boss is gonna wander out of the cave, right, and maybe like despawn or something's gonna happen like along those lines. And the Rex actually gets stuck on that rock. He's biting away. It's not doing any damage anymore, so he's just sitting there taking damage from all the minions and the boss. And yeah, as you probably would have guessed, the Rex does end up going down here in a couple seconds. Yeah, but luckily Beyla aggro's onto my Chubby Thunder. We go back into the actual boss fight where I needed to keep her because I have a wyvern up the exit to the cave. And the wyvern was non-neutral. But yeah, basically Chubby Thunder's going at it. You can see his actual damage numbers there against the minions. The minions do not have resistances. And finally, the bee lands, which is pretty nice. I think now that the Rexes had died, the height, I think the AI knows to land because I cannot hit it up there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing, but that's what the boss did. We start chipping away. I'm really excited because I know it's going to happen. And I didn't know if a bear could basically solo this boss because this bear is the only thing doing massive damage. And finally, Chubby Thunder took down the boss. That's right, I'm so happy. You can look at that loot. That is, I'm going to be grinding this boss. Probably with my Rex lines, which I might make a YouTube short on soon, but they're pretty good Rex lines. I just need a melee Rex. And I will have some pretty OP Rexes. I suggest farming this boss. It's pretty easy, nothing too difficult if you have a couple high level Rexes. And you can see I got Element and tons of good Riot and Metal Gear from that, so it actually was worth it. And I got the Relic to fight the Broodmother, which is the main win in this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the boss battle. That was it. Took me a while to prepare for, so if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing. It'd make my day, and it really doesn't take too long, and you can unsubscribe at any point. A lot of more content will be coming out in the future on Fjordur, including the other mini bosses, so stay tuned and have a nice day. See ya.